All right, we're going to start by going through some of our preferences here. So we're going to come into our gear, which is where everything is when it comes to QuickBooks Online, and I'm going to come over under your company to account and settings. It takes a second to build up my list over here, but I'm going to start with the company tab. So this is where we're going to be updating company information. So the first thing, if I edit here, I can add in a logo. So you can see I've already done this a couple times. I can also remove some of the logos that are available by deleting them. So I can put the plus symbol here, grab my logo, and fill it in there and say save. So my logo is now added. I can also put in my company name. Now, if you have a DBA that is not the same name, or doing business as, right, not the same name as your customer-facing name, then you can also put your legal name in here. So if I had a different name, which is real company name, I could fill that in if I needed to. All right, coming down below here to our employer ID number or social security number, you can see that it is protected already, so I can go ahead and click the View Edit EIN number, and what it's going to do is, if I just did this on a previous video, but it may require you to text you a code so that you can see this number. Okay, so it might pop up a box and say, I'm going to send you a code, and you need to enter that code. But I just did that in a previous video, so that's why that's showing there, not showing there. Next, the tax form. So tax forms matter because if you are connecting to something like a Pro Tax or a TurboTax, then it can pull some of this information in. So it matters to make sure to choose the appropriate form that you would be filling out on that side when you're doing your taxes. Next, we come down, we have our industry here. The industry is very specific in the QuickBooks Online Advanced Edition. This is because there's a lot of benchmarking that goes on with this data if you choose to share it. So you can come in here, and if you start typing something like consulting, it's going to pop up a list of everything that has consulting with it, and then other things that might relate to what you are saying. So you can choose one of those and say save. Okay. Next, we have our contact information. So why would we want, we have our company email, right? This is how Intuit is going to contact you. But then we also have our customer-facing email. So why would you want a different customer-facing email than your company email? Is maybe when, you know, I'm the controller of the company and I have to handle the licensing and work with Intuit, but my receivables clerk is somebody different. Or because we have a mailbox where all of our customers email into, and then we go in and grab them as we have free time so we can get back to customers. So you might want to use a different email address, like a receivables at or services at or something like that, instead of using just the controller's email address. Then we come down here to our company phone number. This is what is going to be shown on sales forms as noted here, as well as our website that we want noted on sales forms too. Okay. Now sometimes what we've seen in this website section is we'll see, instead of just saying www.fourlane.com, we'll say www.fourlane.com/pay-invoice or something along those lines to take them to a form that they may need to reference, because this is what's going to be showing up on your sales documents that you'd be sending out to customers. All right, our address down below here. So we have our company address, which you can see is right there. I have to edit it twice to get to it, just one of those little nuances. So I can edit my company address. We also have a customer-facing address that might potentially be different, and then a legal address. Now, in most cases, the company address and the legal address is exactly the same. Customer address may be a retail location or where customers can show up, walk over, and knock on the door. We might not want that to be the company address. Okay. All right, then down below here we have some communications preferences with Intuit. Do you want them to contact you? Do you want to be on their marketing list? I like to tell people just start out with context. I know a lot of times we opt out. I recommend opting out, but Intuit gives a lot of good information from the very beginning. So I do recommend staying involved, and then if you choose to unsubscribe in the email itself, then that works out great too. So those are company preferences.